I know what it's like, living your life, rolling them dice, taking them chances, not thinking twice, dwelling in strife, looking for sight. They two-faced, they ready to strike. Protect your soul or they stealing your light. Give reverence to Christ and I follow the law. If you turn your cheek, they breaking your jaw. They playing for keeps, I carry my cross, never an idol. Maybe a rifle, thunder and lightning, death to Satan and all his devices. Midst of a crisis, finding some guidance. They losing their life from this hoax of a virus. Speaking this truth, I refuse to be silent. Thank the Lord, the vision he given us. Stand your ground, your stance is legitimate. I know what it's like, spending your life trying to get right, fighting with demons, perilous nights, feeling depressed, giving the stress. I know what it's like, keep doing wrong when you trying to do right, looking for help when there's no one in sight, cast it out and get an invite. I know what it's like, watching the world change overnight, whole nother game, thoughts rearrange, rekindle this flame, they losses a gain. Our DNA is loaded with pain that course through our veins and hit like a plague. My ancestors will rise from their graves, resurrected, I know how they felt, strategize with the cards I was dealt, don't wanna be heard, I'd rather be felt. I know what it's like if nobody else, must keep to yourself, hear the whispers of death, mask off, don't get stripped of your breath, back to the wall, we giving them hell, cross the line, we giving them shells, we shall prevail, ready to bail, won't say a word with a story to tell. There's nowhere to run to lately, and there's nowhere to hide. I know what it's like, you've been running all your life. There's nowhere to run to lately, and there's nowhere to hide. Ain't nowhere to run. I know what it's like, spending your life trying to get right, fighting with demons, perilous nights, feeling depressed, giving the stress. I know what it's like, keep doing wrong when you trying to do right, looking for help when there's no one in sight, cast it out and get an invite. I know what it's like, spending your life trying to get right, fighting with demons, perilous nights, feeling depressed, giving the stress. I know what it's like, keep doing wrong when you trying to do right, looking for help when there's no one in sight, cast it out and get an invite. I know what it's like. Gotta stop running. The Most High calling you back. Wake up. Wake up. Hey, shalom everybody. It's your brother New Breed coming through with another live stream. Welcome to another broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. I see brothers and sisters rolling in pretty quick. I see Tony Brown is in the house. Doug J is in the house. Worship the Real Fathers in the building. Lucas, Limited Tag Live is in the house. Yo, Elena, Geraldo, Mikey J, salute. Mikey Mike, Savage, TT, Joe Pierre. I'm glad y'all catching another stream, man. Good news. Striving for Righteousness just got his wrench. Shout out to that brother. That's right. As well as Hester Glacier got his wrench. Yo, shout out to the mods. You brothers hold it down. Y'all hold it down in the chat. Also want to do some honorable mentions before we get into the subject today. I want to give some shout outs to the brothers and sisters who traded their death notes in for love notes on newbreed.love. We got to shout y'all out because y'all are helping us build up our land for the people. It's your land. It's actually your land. You're helping build up your land. And I got to show my appreciation here, man. Let me shout out Jamel Christopher. What's going on, Jamel? Shout out to Jamel. Yes. We got Cameron Holmes. You know, I'm going to hold back the applause at the end for everybody, all right? We got Cameron Holmes. Shout out to you, brother. Trading in those death notes in for love notes, stimulating the economy of the Israelites. Shout out to Canel Baker. Yo, shout out to Canel Baker. Shout out Jason D. Loach. Shout out to you, fam. Amari Waguner, shout out to you. Danielle Allen and Daniel Baxter. Shout out to y'all trading in y'all's death notes in exchange for love notes to help develop the land in North Carolina. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. And you know what? This is what we're gonna do every Sabbath. We're just gonna kind of shout everybody out, give our appreciation before every Sabbath lesson. For those who don't know, this is the day where I do my Bible lessons, and the rest of the time, y'all gonna hear me speak on whatever topic I want. Although everything is still biblical based. Terrence Hope, I appreciate the super chat. It's highly appreciated. Thanks for the support. And we got to talk about the elephant in the room that nobody really wants to address: the sin that's plaguing so many countless souls, ladies and gentlemen. And this is one of those uncomfortable truths that we really gotta dissect in every way possible, because it's a demon, ladies and gentlemen. It's a malevolent force. Spiritual Socrates says, Shalom, new breed, happy Sabbath. I bought a few love notes a month ago. Wish I could send super chats, but I can't remember my Apple ID password. No problem, brother. You good to go. Thank you for being a member for 15 months. You are highly appreciated. And let me make sure that you have your wrench. Let me make sure that you have your wrench. No, you have a wrench. Cool. All right, cool. But yeah, man, I really want to talk about this because it's plaguing men and women alike. And today I'm going to actually go to a young lady's testimony a little bit later in the broadcast, because a lot of women don't really speak on the issues that they're dealing with. And it's refreshing to hear a young lady come forth and tell the truth about what women go through with this addiction. And I want to talk about overcoming it. Now, when it comes to the fellas, this is something that I can teach the fellas, but I think it's good for ladies to hear it from a woman's point of view, although I'm going to chime in. But I think it's good for ladies to hear that because, for those who don't know, corn and masturbation causes depression, anxiety, shame, guilt, loneliness, despair, hopelessness. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, it's a horrible thing. It really is. And it attacks you physically as well as mentally and spiritually. Now, we're going to go through some scriptures. I'm going to talk about some tangible solutions as well to help you overcome this demon. We got to talk about it because I'm going to tell you, y'all got to understand, man, a lot of y'all can't level up because of this demon, because of this sick, perverted spirit. You cannot reach the next level. And in order to reach new heights and new dynamics, you're going to have to get rid of the old man, the old woman, and you're going to have to become renewed in your faith. And it starts with the renewal of your mind. And we're going to talk a lot about this today. Big 87. Thank you for the $5 contribution, says Shalom, new breed. And everyone, thank you for all the work you do. Got Yah's kingdom, brother. All praises to the Most High. All praises. Thank you, family. I appreciate the support. Thank you for supporting the work. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you can, everybody come on through and hit the like button on the way in. I don't want to have to keep stopping, telling you brothers and sisters to hit the like button. So let's get it. All right. Hank, thank you for the 5, says Shalom, Sabbat Shalom, brother. Thank you, family. I appreciate the support. Now, I'm going to tell you off the break. The scriptures tell us in Galatians 5 and 16, it says, this I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. Man, this scripture is very important. When you focus and you hone in of things of the spirit realm, you will not fulfill the lusts and the carnal desires of the flesh that continue to try to draw you in. You won't listen to that incubus spirit. You won't listen to that succubus spirit when you're doing what? When you're entertaining your spirit, your soul. Now, how do you do that? How do you entertain your spirit. Well, you're doing it right now, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to the word of Yah. You're listening to truth. You're abstaining from certain environments as well, and make sure that you're in your sanctum, your sanctuary, your sanctum asylum, a place of peace. See, a lot of times when we battle with certain demons and vices, it is environmental as well. You may not be ready to be in certain places, and you're enticing yourself because a lot of people around you may share certain demons. And these spirits can rub off on you. These spirits can jump from one vessel to the next. So if you're in places of filth, places of debauchery, places where people are battling with certain vices, these spirits can jump from them to you. So a lot of times if you have relapsed and you have engaged in that activity, one bit of advice I would give a lot of y'all is take some time and be alone for a good amount of time. Like literally build back up your frequency, build back up your energy. Take a time period. And shared energy can lead to other things, right? Shared energy can lead to the addiction to the corn. And it can lead to you getting having a spirit of promiscuity, and you chasing women because you've been doing too much, having too much intercourse as well. Let's talk about that too. Because when you, even if you're married, you need to hear this. You need to hear this even if you're married. And this is by permission, not by commandment. The scriptures tell you in 1 Corinthians 7:5, defraud ye not one the other, except it be with consent for a time. Meaning, don't abstain from having sex with each other unless y'all come to an agreement, that ye may give yourselves to fasting and prayer, and come together again, that Satan tempt you not for your inconsistency. But I speak this by permission and not by commandment. Meaning, even if you have a wife and y'all come together and say, listen, we need some time apart. We need some time to build ourselves up. Prayer, fast, and supplication. Even if you brothers have concubines or wives, you need to communicate with them and say, hey, I need a couple weeks to build my energy. I need a few weeks, a week, 2 weeks. But you must agree on that time period. So semen retention is useful, even with those who are procreating, creating life, making children, living life. Semen retention is very necessary, right? So that's what you got to understand here, and it says, make sure you stick to that time period that you agree on, so Satan doesn't intrude for your inconsistencies. So you can't say, hey, baby, we're going to go 2 weeks without doing this. And, y'all do it in 5 days, 2 days, 3 days. Because guess what? Satan then just got in your relationship. Why? Because you were inconsistent. You made a commitment to the Most High. You made an agreement and a covenant with the Most High that you were going to go that time. So if you're going to do it, or Satan can creep in, right? Clint Inferno, thanks for the $2. Says, nice PSG shirt. Appreciate it. T Raw, thank you for the 20. I appreciate the support. It's highly appreciated. But this stuff is real. And let's get into it. The scriptures also going to tell us, flee fornication. Every sin that a man doeth is without the body, but he that committeth fornication sinneth against his own body. He who commit fornication sinneth against his own body. See, when you are engaging in that activity, you're sinning against your own body. You're committing fornication. You're giving reverence to idol gods. It's that deep, ladies and gentlemen. In the spiritual realm, the succubus and the incubus demon is feasting off your spirit. You're giving your life force
to these entities, and these entities are extracting your energy, and they're taking it to the kingdom of darkness. This is what's going on behind the scenes. In the kingdom of darkness, they're feeding off your life force that you could be using to build up your family, to build up your business, to focus on what's necessary in life, to take care of the things that you've been procrastinating on. You could be doing, you can be getting so much done, but in the demonic dark kingdom, they're taking all of that energy from you. Why? Because you're practicing idol worship. Fornication is putting gods before the Most High. When you're engaging in this ritual of masturbation, because it is a ritual, it's almost a religious practice. When you're looking at these monitors and these screens, you're worshiping these women. You ladies are worshiping these men. And some of you ladies and gentlemen y'all done went all the way down a rabbit hole, and y'all have been opened up to so many demons that you're watching things that are just off the chain. And if you're suffering from this, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to anybody who is battling with these sins. Because here's the thing. There's nothing more that Satan would like to do than drag you to the bottomless pit, because it is one sin that you can't seem to overcome. That's all it takes. We got to be without blemish. We got to continue striving for perfection in this walk. Even when you stumble and fall, you got to get back up and keep on going, right? Now let's continue. 1 John 2:16. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. See, you cannot serve two masters. If you have the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, you got to understand that you have to conquer this. That is not of the Most High, that is of the world. When you are engaging in this activity, you are having sex with demons. You're having sex with the demons. You're literally getting it in with demons. And this is why when you go on a streak, you start to have these dreams. Some of you ladies, y'all have dreams where the incubus male is trying to extract you. And us fellas, we have the succubus spirit that comes in and attempts to extract our energy. They call them wet dreams, right? And this happens because that spirit is used to taking from you. So now when you fall asleep, they're trying to get you at your weakest moment. That demon wants to get you while you're in the spirit realm, while you're in that place between the terrestrial and the celestial. Because for those who don't know, when you're asleep, you're actually in the spirit realm. You got 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You're 1 foot in to the physical realm and 1 foot into the spiritual realm when you sleep. So these spirits, they couldn't get you while you were awake, while you were alert. They couldn't get you then. So now they want to come into your dreams and get this spirit from you. Because your body holds spirits. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. The reason why modern day intimacy is gone is because of this corn addiction. Modern day intimacy do not even exist no more. And it's because of this. Because when we used to come together, and I'm talking about most people these days. Me personally, I'm an intimate brother, passionate with women. You know why? Because I still have my spirit. I have the spirits in me. And not to toot my own horn or nothing like that. I don't want to make this about that, but I'm trying to make a point here. The reason why intimacy has perished is because we have become intimate with monitors and screens and devices. We have become desensitized to these spirits. And what you got to understand is, brother, something happens when you build up your energy, when you withstand from these practices. Brothers and sisters, we're going to talk about it too. Joshua, thank you for the $20 contribution. I appreciate the support. Says Newbury, I'm on day 45 of retention and no alcohol. I was a real estate network event yesterday and felt mentally and spiritually drained. I'm a healthy person and fast 4 days a week. Is this normal? I mean, hey, we all have ups and downs. We all have up days and down days. We all have up days and down days, especially when you practice in semen retention. Let me break this down. So, fellas, and I'm only speaking about fellas right now. Later on, we're gonna go to the ladies' testimony. But fellas, let me explain something to you. How this works. So everybody is different. Literally, everybody's testicular, that's the wrong word. Everybody's testosterone is different. So you're going to experience different things on this lifestyle change, on this journey that you're on. Let me give you an example. Personally, and I'm only going to give this as an example. By 7 days, right? My testosterone peaks by 7 days. Like literally, I feel alpha in 7 days. Now, by week 2, we talking about 2 weeks in, right? Day 14, let's say. Day 14. Now I go through something called what is it called? It's like a withdrawal period. They call it flatline, right? In a no-fap community, it's called flatline. Like you get to about day 14, you feel accomplished because you did it, but all of a sudden your body starts to go through these withdrawals where you feel exhausted, right? You just don't feel like doing certain things. You may be eating more food. You may, you just may feel a certain way. You really don't want to be around people like that, and you're just trying to get your strength and yourself together. So you have to kind of plan out sometimes when you're doing this, because you go through a flatline period, a withdrawal period. But like, man, by like week 3, halfway into week 2, going into week 3, yo, I don't know, man. I feel like a Dragon Ball Z character. By the time I hit week 3, I feel like a Dragon Ball Z character, bro. And to me, like that's peak. And I only can speak personally. To me, that's like peak right there. After that, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna deal with my concubines, and it is what it is. But 3 weeks, man, that's good. Now, each his own. Each man gonna feel how he want to. Each man is different. So, yeah, you got ultra instincts. You're more alert. You getting things done. Your workouts is crazy by week 3. Like literally, your workouts is crazy. Now all of a sudden you doing push-ups with one arm. Now you know what I'm saying? Now you out here Super Saiyan mode. You feel like a god by week 3. For me, you like, you getting things done. You writing. I'm writing the best rhymes. It just is what it is. That's how it works. So brothers, like I advise you to practice this. Get rid of the corn, man. It's defeating you, brothers. It's depleting you. It's giving brothers erectile dysfunction. It's making it so brothers can't perform with their women. It's making brothers, man, tired all the time. It's destroying your life. It's taking away your mental clarity. It's giving you depression. It's giving you anxiety. You're having shame in public because of what you're doing in the dark. Get rid of it. Excuse me. All right, the scriptures go on to tell us. For this is and this is 1 Thessalonians 4. For this is the will of God, even your sanctification, that you should abstain from fornication. That's the will of Yah. That you abstain. It's everywhere, easily accessible on tablets, phones, laptops, little to no security. Why do you think this is the issue? Why do you believe all this temptation is out there? It's designed for you to abstain. The Most High has to make this world the way it is so he can really pick out who his chosen are. he has to have all these things that bombard everybody because it's a test to your will, your willpower, your resolve. It's easy to do those things because it's easy to access it. It's his will that his chosen withstand. So he can say, "Job well done." How could he tell you, "Job well done," if you ain't even abstained? Or if it wasn't a lot of temptation? How could he tell you, "Job well done," if it wasn't out there so forthcoming and you were set apart? The scriptures go on to tell us. And this is Colossians 3 and 5. Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth: fornication, uncleanliness, inordinate affections, evil, concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry. You got to mortify, therefore, your members, ladies and gentlemen. What does it mean to mortify your members? That means keep your body safe. Protect your eye gates. Protect your ear gates. Protect your loins. You got to mortify your members. You got to be mortified by this here world and be like, you know, I don't want nothing to do with this sickness and filth. Brothers, you got to go in, delete the websites. Go into that search box, delete it. Take all your history, delete it. If you get on Instagram and it's a trigger to you because for some reason you don't even have to look up certain things and they're just pushing it. They're pushing it to the forefront. Their algorithm is designed to drain you, brothers. You got to go in, clear the cache, get rid of the stuff. Like, this is the truth. They don't want us talking about this, having these real strong bills. But this is what must be done. You know, you got to move accordingly. Second Timothy 2 and 22. That's 2:2:2:2. Flee also youthful lust, but follow righteousness, faith, charity, peace with them that call on the Lord of a pure heart. It's youthful lust. It says flee youthful lust. You got to think about it. We grown men. What we look like beating a drum? That's youthful lust. We grown men. What do we look like sitting in front of a monitor with lotion and paper towels, abusing our damn selves? Now, I mean, come on, man. You can kind of understand if a young man just turned 12, 13 and you know, he just hit puberty and he just found out, you know, about this stuff and then had an incident. But we grown ass men, look, let me just speak straight up with y'all, brothers. We done seen titties plenty of times. Some of us 30, 40, 50 years old. How many titty balls have we seen? How many butt cheeks have you seen, brothers, in your life? Like, we got to get rid of the thirstiness. The youthful lust has to go. That's youthful lust. And when you begin to really discipline yourself and look at this through the lens of a man, because you put away childish things. Once you become a man, you think as a man. When you was a child, you thought as a child. Now, when you done put away youthful lust and you thinking as a man and you're not beating the drum, now you begin to look at women a lot different. Now you begin to see women for who they are. Now you're able to attract a certain caliber of ladies. Now your body is letting off pheromones. Now women desire to be in your presence and your company because you're not giving off perverted vibes. Now you're able to be a masculine energy in their lives and be able to direct them. Now they want to be around you. Now you're talking to them. Now you're able to have a conversation without objectifying and subjectifying them. Now you can look them in their eyes when you're talking to them and you're not just looking at body parts. You know that she got a body. You know that she got a rear end and some legs and all of that. All right. Stamp that. You know what she got, because you know these ladies be craving for attention. Want to show you. Girl, I know what you got. I can see. But let's talk about you. Let me see what's in your mind. Let's have an actual conversation. I get it. You're used to guys, desert thirsty out here. I'm not one of those. I'm a grown ass man. That's how you begin to see things when you are not engaging in that behavior. I'm telling you, brothers, I'm telling you the truth. This is how you able to acquire wives or concubines when you are disciplined. Women want a disciplined man. I'm telling you. Yeah, you able to properly vet them and things of that nature. Because all of that corn and masturbation, guess what? It takes all your confidence away. Drains you of your energy. Listen, all of that. A lot of you brothers don't understand. Once you begin this lifestyle change, your charisma goes through the roof. You become very charismatic. You're able to articulate yourself better. You're able to think clearer. You become the same person every day. It's not like you having your up days and down days every other day, feeling like there's a dark cloud over you. No. Why? Because you're pure at heart. Your nature has become pure. Why? Because you're not engaging in the filth that the rest of the world is engaging in. So now you're walking around, you're feeling good, you're living good. The grass is greener on the other side, family. The grass is greener on the other side. When you are feeling good, when the Most High is able to minister and cater to you, when you hear his ministering angels, when you go to sleep at night, you smiling because the angels are communicating with you, because you done conquered the succubus or the incubus spirit. It's a beautiful thing, brothers. It's a beautiful thing. And all of a sudden, you walking about and you get these jolts of energy that come out of nowhere. That's another thing that happens when you brothers get on semen retention. You get these spontaneous jolts of energy, and it's like you get this happiness and this clarity, and you're able to appreciate the things the Most High God have given you. You're able to shake the cobwebs out of your mind. And this is something I'm speaking on because I've overcame these type of things, and this is why I'm able to really tell you what the transition feels like. I'm able to word this for you because I've been there and done that. I'm not better than the next man. I didn't have my struggles, but I'm telling you that it is better when you get rid of these things. I'm telling you this. Now, the scriptures go on to tell us. Galatians 5:19. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanliness, and lasciviousness. It says the works of the flesh will manifest. It will manifest. Levi, thank you for the 20. Says, thank you for bringing out the real. I appreciate it, fam. It says, now the works of the flesh will manifest: lasciviousness, wickedness, perversion, and so forth. What that means is it'll begin to show physically. This goes for men and women. When you're constantly engaging in that activity, it begins to show, it begins to wear you out. It begins to make you tired, fatigued. It begins to show on your countenance. Your countenance begins to change. Why? Because what's done in the spiritual realm must then manifest into the physical realm. Now it's on your countenance. Now, even if it doesn't show physically, meaning altering your physical being, it's in your disposition. Your disposition changes. You understand? Brothers, it destroys your posture. Now, what I mean by that is it destroys your posture. Now you're walking with your back hunched over. Now you're walking with your back hunched over and your head down. Why? Because what you're doing in the dark is beginning to manifest. Those demons are getting the better of you. And we don't want that for you. This is the outcome if you continue down this life. Brothers, you want longevity. You want to be able to create life as long as you live it. You don't want to have to battle with erectile dysfunction. You don't have to struggle with these type of things. You don't want to have to throw in the towel once you reach a certain age when it comes to procreation. You don't have to. You can make babies well off into your 70s and 80s, brothers. Imagine you brothers get 60, 70 years old and you're a millionaire and you're like, you know what? I want to make another baby. You'll be able to do that when you're living righteously, when you're not beating the drum, when you're not watching porn. This is what it's all about, fellas. And this is why they're not sending a notification on this video, because they know what I'm talking about is the truth. And y'all need to pound the like button. Everybody get the likes up on the video. This is what they do because they know that this is nothing but the truth that's being brought out. So support the content, support what's being done over here. Now, I'm going to go to a video for the ladies. I'm going to go to the video because a lot of ladies, they battling with this as well, and they don't want to speak on it. They don't want to speak on it. But there was a sister that had her testimony, and I think it's important. She was struggling and hooked on corn for 8 years. Now, she was on this show called Real Talk, and it was definitely some real talk going on.
My next guest, Irene Kamami. So Irene is 25 years old and has
25 years old. And that's the age a lot of you ladies are dealing with this addiction, around your late teens rather, and your early 20s. And don't even know that you're really hurting yourselves with this addiction. Let's go.
Struggle with sex is a bit different. Irene, welcome to Real Talk.
Thank you.
So maybe please share with us, because you told the show producers that as a young woman, you've been struggling with something, and it's not something that most people would have the confidence that you do to come out and speak about openly. Please talk to us about that.
Okay, first, before you decide to tell people or to get that courage to tell someone that you've been struggling with it, it's to accept first it's not the right thing. Though it's hard to get out of it. I've been struggling with porn addiction, which has been my consolation. Anytime I'm stressed up, the only thing I think about, or that one thing that will make me feel good, is to get my earphones on and not something alone.
Now, how many ladies are going to admit that on national TV? That they have a real addiction, that they have a real problem? How many ladies at the sound of my voice got a Rose toy? And you're using this Rose toy every single night. You can't sleep without it. How many of you ladies are watching these videos with your headphones on? How many? That's in the overflow that won't speak on you. How many of you ladies are becoming desensitized down there? How many of you ladies are having issues with having orgasms when a man gets with you. When you actually give your body over and give yourself to a man, you're struggling to have orgasms. You want to know why? It's because of this addiction. It's because of the rose toy. It's desensitizing you. Not to mention, these toys have been exposed. There are lawsuits on the table, and these toys have been exposed for actually scrambling the eggs down there. They're made with all kind of different plastics, contaminated material, all kind of lithium batteries being used. And I'm telling you, ladies, just because you're doing this in the dark and you don't want to, you don't want to come forth, I'm telling you right now, it's going to have a long-term effect on you being able to childbear. And that's what they're not telling you. And it affects you in the same ways it affects us brothers. It gives you cobwebs. A lot of ladies deal with a lot of emotional issues, mood changes, early menopause. Why? Why? Because of this struggle that they're going through. That's why a lot of ladies, this is a conversation a lot of people are not having these days. Some women are getting menopause in their 20s, ladies and gentlemen, in their 20s. Let's continue.
That's porn. And that's what I feel like the right thing to do when I'm alone. Yeah.
So are you presently in a relationship?
Not really.
You're not dating?
No.
Have you dated before?
Long time.
A long time.
Yeah.
And when would you say that your addiction started? Like what triggered it?
Now, she's not dating. She haven't dated in a long time. What a waste. What a waste. And this is how it is. She looks good to me. I think that woman's attractive, right? But here's the issue. There's a lot of women out here who look good and they're just a waste. Why? Because they playing the guitar all day. They playing the damn guitar. That's what we gonna say. They playing the guitar. And they flicking the wrist, and they're not embracing abstinence in its totality. They're not calling out to the Most High. They're not getting themselves available for a man, because a lot of women these days, let me just tell you like this, man. Let me tell you like this. A lot of ladies these days are socially awkward. And I mean this, they're really socially awkward because it's a few reasons. Number one, social media made them that way. They online too much. They're online way too much. Secondly, they become socially awkward because of society, the way society have molded them to be when it comes to men. They think they're supposed to be stuck up and have their nose stuck in the air. They're learning from various people and they're going against their own will. They're fighting against their will, listening to certain content creators, ladies that's teaching them how to be, and it's throwing them off. It's making them awkward. So you're gonna have needs and desires in life. You're gonna have needs and desires. So these women are turning towards these rose toys. Somebody said that I'm funny. I'm really not even trying to be funny. I'm just telling it like it is. But let's go.
Depression was heartbroken. And so every time I thought of someone, I really needed that porn to take it away. Like I feel good when doing that, and I won't disturb anyone for it. And I can do it alone. I don't need anyone. Like no one will know my stuff.
And see, this is how it goes sometimes. Some ladies who are loners, you're loners. And I understand that. I'm introverted as well. She said what made it so addictive to her, the convenience of it, is because she can do it all alone. She can do it all alone. And she don't need to be around no man or entertain no man, or, she's an introvert. And some women fall into this because they have certain personality traits and they don't know how to communicate with brothers, and this is why you ladies gotta gravitate towards a brother who's not here to take advantage of you, a brother who's pure at heart, a brother who just leave it out in the open. And who knows what her environment is like, but if she gets around a man who's overcame that type of behavior, a man who has that ability to make her comfortable. See, this is the thing, fellas, when we right, the women get right. When we right, the women get right. Because we make them comfortable around us. When we're not engaging in those activities, they get comfortable around us because energy is real. She need to be in the presence of a man who got good energy, so she don't have that blockage. Who knows what she grew up in? Listen, she could have grew up in a household where her father was beating the drum all the time. Or she could have been around men all her life that were addicted to that behavior. Or it may not have been a father there at all. And see, all of these things play a role, man. It's a spiritual battle. It's all a spiritual battle.
That's me. I don't have to tell anyone that I need it. I'll just watch it and
see. She don't have to tell anybody that she need it. Like, she don't know how to go about. That's what I'm talking about. The awkwardness. Like,
get feeling good. Yeah.
Hold on. This is what I'm talking about right here. The awkwardness of a lot of ladies, man. Like, I'm trying to break this down to you, ladies. Y'all got to go after what you want. You got to be able to tell a man, look, I'm attracted to you. I want to be your concubine. I'm interested. Listen, y'all got to stop that, because what end up happening is, because y'all not vocal, y'all not saying nothing to men. Men don't know. We can't read minds, right? The fact that you're not saying nothing and you have needs and desires, it got you having demon sex out here. There's more women than men. You're having demon sex. Why? Because you're not reaching out to brothers and saying, hey, that looks like a man that I want to deal with. It's like y'all ladies know what you need, but you don't go after what you need. It's the weirdest thing in the world, bro. It's the weirdest thing in the world. It's like you're hungry, right? Because this is what it is with a lot of ladies. It's pride. Y'all got too much pride. It's like you're hungry and you see a buffet right there. And somehow the way you was taught is don't ask for no food. Don't get up and feed yourself. That's literally like what y'all doing, man. It's the weirdest thing in the world, bro. Danny C, thanks for the $10 super sticker. I appreciate the support. Man, I'm telling you, this is real.
Funga duka. But what you're struggling with is the addiction. So
she wants to have the convenience. She doesn't know how to go about what she wants. Now, how many ladies will admit this, man? I really respect the fact that she got on TV and explained how the addiction came. How many ladies are willing to admit the reason why they battle with corn addiction, the reason they got Rose toys, the reason why they got all these objects that they're using, is because they just don't know how to go after they want? How many ladies will admit that? How many? Yep, Floridian Rollo says, old saying goes, closed mouth don't get fed. Exactly. You heard her say, I don't know how to go. Pretty much, she don't know how to go about asking a man or embracing a man that she like. You don't think this woman sees men that she's attracted to? Yeah, every day. But these days, a lot of men are not approaching women like we used to because of society. Because we get demonized on every corner. We get treated like we thirsty or perverted or something wrong with us just for hollering at a shorty.
I want to introduce my next guest, who happens to be somebody who works very closely with young people on this. She's Winnie Warogoro, and she talks to young people about the misuse and the miseducation of sex. So please welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Tamim. As you said, yes, I'm Winnie Warogoro, and I'm passionate about speaking to young ladies about sex and sexuality, healthy expression of sexuality, drawn mostly from my own experiences. And as Irene has shared, I was also struggling with porn. I was first introduced to it at 13, thought it was disgusting, but at 17, the curiosity had piqued because I was sexually active throughout high school, and it got me hooked for 8 years. And what led me to that was also that the desperation, the loneliness, the yearning for something else, you know.
The desperation and the loneliness. Desperation and loneliness and yearning for something else. Let me tell you what you were yearning for. You were yearning for a husband. Desperation, loneliness, yearning for something else. You were yearning to have a man there. Rollo says, Newbury, too many people are comfortable too much time on their hands, and that's why it's a big decline. That's a fact. Idle time is the devil's playground. And this is another reason why you got to be active. This is another reason why you got to get out there. This is another reason why you got to travel. Stay busy.
And as she's rightly put it, porn can lead to addiction, because porn nowadays is actually known as the new drug. You know, the way some drugs that
it is a drug. It's releasing dopamine through your body, and it's worse. It's worse than a lot of these drugs out here. It's worse than a lot of these prescription pills and all of that. Porn is
consume, release some hormones that make us go back, or the users go back to it more and more to get a new high and a newer high. That's the same way with pornography. As we consume it, and I like saying consume,
it's like heroin, bro.
Because consume means that it affects you inwardly, not just view. It goes to your heart, it rewires your brain. It has very profound effects, and that's one of them. As you consume porn, it releases hormones, like drugs. It releases hormones that lead to relaxation, like heroin. Hormones.
Damn, I guessed that one. It's my first time reacting to this. She said exactly what I said. It's like heroin.
That lead to stimulation and make you want more. And each time you watch, you want another high. Each time you watch, you want another high. And what happens is that the brain can no longer produce the hormones that give you that high. And after, it can be years or many months, depending on how addicted you are, you reach a plateau and nothing can pleasure you anymore. And then
exactly, you reach a plateau and nothing can pleasure you anymore. Ladies, playing with these Rose toys, flicking the guitar, flicking the wrist, nobody is going to be able to please you. You're gonna lose the ability to have an orgasm. It don't matter what type of man you get with, it's just not gonna happen. See, let me let y'all in on something. You know how you got a lot of women running around talking about a man's D size, right? Let me let y'all in on something. Don't you know we grown, right? A woman's clitoris is only about 1 inch to 3/4 of an inch inside her vagina. Do you understand that? It's only 1 inch to 3/4 of an inch in her vagina. Y'all do understand that, right? You understand the woman's body, right? Let me break this down to you. It don't take an anaconda to please a woman. who ain't abusing her body. Doesn't take that. So, you know, you have a lot of women out here shaming brothers, and he don't have this and that, claiming he ain't working the middle right. He ain't doing this. Lady, what are you doing to your own body? Because if your hymen, if your hymen is only about at the most 4 to 5 inches in your body, and your clitoris is only about an inch to 3/4 of an inch, what the hell is going on where you ain't getting no pleasure? Why are you not having orgasms? Because it only really takes you hitting the hymen and the clitoris the right way, and she should be able to have an orgasm. Long as you lasting, long as you doing what you're doing and your strokes is right. This is just a fact, man. So, you know, there's certain things you just gotta question. Like, maybe the issue is you're not able to be satisfied at all, no matter what happens. It's like throwing a hot dog down a hallway. Why? Because you didn't desensitize yourself. You didn't literally lit yourself up with that damn rose toy or cucumbers or pickles, whatever the hell else inanimate object that you didn't wrongfully violated yourself with. And now you're not able to get pleasure. And here's the thing, brothers, this goes for you too. If you out here flogging a dolphin, this is why you're not able to get strong erections. This is why you're not able to do what you need to do with a sister. You're not able to hold it down. Let me tell you something, man. When you have high levels of testosterone, it don't take you much as a man. It don't really take you much to be ready for action. Time for some action. Don't take much. So, you know, this goes for brothers and sisters, man, for real. But don't desensitize yourself.
And you find yourself, or the consumer finds themselves going into the dark alleys, and it becomes.
Damn, hear this. Hold on. I want y'all to hear what she said again.
Reach a plateau, and nothing can pleasure you anymore. And then you find yourself.
You reach a plateau, and nothing can pleasure you no more. Nothing can pleasure you no more. It's over. That's it. Nothing. Don't matter what you do. And this goes into women starting to hate men. Now you starting to hate men. Why? Because you're unsatisfied. You're becoming miserable. All men ain't nothing to you. Why? They can't even satisfy you. That's your mentality. Why? Because you're doing certain things to yourself. It's just the truth.
Or the consumer finds themselves going into the dark alleys, and it becomes worse. Another side effect or effect of pornography is that it desensitizes you to real pleasure. You know, what is portrayed is shown as the ideal. It is shown as extremely pleasurable. It is shown as what you want. It's very appealing, and that is, let's just say the truth, it's humanly impossible to achieve what they act. First of all, they're acting.
I think it's important you clarify.
Yeah, they are acting. Yeah.
So now you have this sense of what you want based on what you're seeing, not realizing that it got you becoming, what's the word? Unrealistic expectations. It's giving you ladies unrealistic expectations now because of you watching scenes. You're watching these scenes where they come into the door and the mailman and the UPS man come in and he come deliver a damn package. And now you out here, now you jumping on the USPA man. Now you jumping on the mailman and he like, what the hell is wrong with this woman? See, this is how a lot of ladies, especially them older ones, become perverted. They become perverted. Every dude that walk by her house, she trying to drag him up off in that joint. Why? Because you've been watching these scenes and you think that's normal that a brother deliver a package. Now he basically hitting you from the back because he done just brung a package. You think that's normal. You think that's life. That's what's supposed to happen. Precious V, Thank you for the 10. Says, thanks for hitting this topic, New Breed. Nobody talks about women's struggle with porn. That's why we be wilding and carrying so much shame and bitterness when it's all an illusion. We need to remember that. All praises. Thank you for pointing that out. I appreciate the support. I know this was going to be an unpopular topic. I know it because people rather live in their delusion. They rather live in their sin. They don't want to overcome it. Daniel Baxter, thank you for the 5 as well. I appreciate the support. I mean, it's getting sick out here. It's to the point where it's leading to all kind of things. Ladies and gentlemen, you got women out here twerking on kids, man. They twerking on little boys, man. This is a trend growing on the internet. Women twerking on little boys, man. I'm talking about it's totally perverted, bro. You got women running around talking about they're going to eat ninjas' rear ends. Why is this happening? Because the more corn they put out in the atmosphere, the more perverted society is becoming. I'm telling you, man. Nicole, thank you for the support.
They are acting, they are on drugs, they are high, most of them. The men have enhancing drugs for them to continue, for the hours.
But a man shouldn't be having that either. She's saying that, unlike us ladies, we don't have no enhancing drug that can keep us moist, pretty much, to keep us lubricated and ready. We don't have that. We don't have no enhancing drugs to do sex drive, but men do. But let me tell you this, and I know that they don't want to hear this, but brothers, and when I say they, I mean the powers that be. Brothers, don't get involved in none of that. Don't get no Viagra. Don't do none of that. That stuff will kill you. That stuff will make your damn heart explode. You know how many older guys then died on top of a woman after taking that? Do you know what that does to your body? Do you know what kind of arthritis, what kind of pain, what kind of all kind of ailments and things that happen to men when they taking these things? Y'all, yeah, pulling up, grabbing gas station pills and all that. Listen, if you want to be able to have a good sex drive, you're going to have to practice semen retention time from time. You're going to have to exercise. You're going to have to eat the right foods. You're going to have to eat your watermelons, brothers. Watermelon is real important. I'm talking about the watermelon with the seeds in it. You're going to have to eat certain foods, green leafy vegetables. Get your kale, get your spinach. Brothers, you're going to have to eat the right foods, exercise, have a regimen for yourself. And you're going to have to stop watching corn. That's what it's going to take for you to be able to be ready. Eat the right foods, exercise, stop watching corn. Literally, that's all it takes. Get plenty of rest too. Sleep good, exercise, eat the right food. That's how you maintain, and don't watch corn. DML, thank you for the 10. Says, been dealing with addiction since the summer of 5th grade when my cousin showed me corn for the first time during quarantine. I was also visited by multiple succubus, need help. Well, brother, you in the right video. You're in the right video. You're getting the help you need. But don't forget about this video. This is one of those streams that's going to have replay value. I don't know if you're just joining the chat or whatever the case is, but go back, watch this video again, replay it. Stop the Violence says New Breed is hilarious. I don't know what's so funny. I don't know what's so hilarious about this video. I do have a sense of humor time for time, but I don't really know what's funny about this, but it is what it is. People got different sense of humor. But anyway, let's go.
And the minutes, however long. So it's all a set, just like we are.
Some of y'all got to get some more maturity. That's all it is too. We having a grown adult conversation. Let's go.
It's all a set. So they are acting. It is not real. So when you watch, you think that that's the real thing. And You want it with someone else, and you find that you can't achieve that with someone. So porn also disconnects people from real connections, because the person can't satisfy you the way that person on screen is being satisfied. So it's an illusion. You end up frustrated.
Well, obviously, this platform is designed so that we can talk about issues as real as possible.
Yes.
And I wouldn't want anyone to judge Irene. So, because she's admitted, I'm struggling with it, and in her mind, she's not causing any harm to anyone but herself.
Yeah.
And I have to applaud her, because she knows it's a struggle, it's an addiction. So, as someone who has walked that path, and today you're actually seated here speaking, from a point of empowerment, what advice would you give to her?
The advice I would give to Irene, but there's from what I read, first you have to empower yourself, as you've rightly said. Porn conveys a message to the consumer, so you have to get the right message, and it is that it is not satisfying. Once you reset your mind about it and know that this is just an illusion, this is false, I can never achieve this, and it will never satisfy me. It won't achieve what a human connection can achieve.
That's good advice. Let her know that you don't have to rewire your mind. Like, let her know this addiction will never satisfy what a man can do. And unless you rewire your mind, you ladies are going to continue to struggle with that. You got to let yourself know that this is not a real man. This is just a toy. You're too damn old to be playing with toys. So it does come a time when you ladies got to rewire your mind. You need the touch of a man. Now the scriptures tell us, 1 Corinthians 6:13, meats for the belly and the belly for meats, but God shall destroy both it and them. Now the body is not for fornication, but for the Lord, and the Lord for the body. So you got to understand that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit. You must keep this body consecrated. You must keep this body under subjection. The first thing you got to do is give your body unto the Most High, meaning understand that you must cherish your body. Now, if you cherish your body, ladies, a man is definitely going to cherish it. Let me say that again. If you look at your body as a temple of the Lord, how do you think a man is going to look at your body? When you respect yourself, that you're not going to put nothing harmful in your body, when you're not going to, violate yourself, when you're not going to hurt yourself downstairs, and you're going to keep it clean, right? How you think a man going to feel about that? If you respect yourself and respect your body, man, it's going to be natural that a man is going to respect it in every way. And listen, and if a brother respect your body, he going to give you everything you desire, everything you need. Your body is going to become his playground. Your body is now respected. Brother going to take care of that body in every way imaginable. Why? Because you respect your body. A man can tell. Just like you ladies can tell when a man is not a perv, and you get that masculine energy, and you get that certain vibe from a brother because you can tell he clean and pure. The same thing goes for men of Yah. The same thing goes for men. When we're around a woman that's clean, we can feel it. And two clean people coming together, it's beautiful. It's beautiful when two clean people come together and they clean together. It's beautiful. Real talk.
Once you reset that false with the truth, it becomes easier to let go of it. And then when you realize that how far it's taken you from, because for me, I was unable to go back to the default, which is you're supposed to relate with someone. So it takes you so far from reality. So you have to, I would say that she starts with the truth, which is what I'm saying, which is what happened to me, or which is what I did. And I'm not judging her. It's the truth. You have to go back to that truth and realize that this is all a lie. And most importantly, it's very possible to break this addiction. There's very many instruments on the internet. You can go, if it's tempting, because I will admit, you can't fall from the addiction, but the temptations will always be there. It's a sexually saturated word. So I've taken measures on my own. I've activated safe search on Google so that no matter what I Google, it brings up safe options. On Twitter.
So that's good advice for men and women. Google you use your computer as a shield. Put the proper protocols in place. Put mechanisms that block certain material and certain websites. That goes for brothers and sisters. Like, if you know that that's the trigger point, block it. Block it all together so you can't even access that stuff. Hey, the Unfadable, thank you for the 200. I appreciate the support. Says, I couldn't do a damn thing with my addiction until I got into the scriptures. Wow. There was power to free us from our sins by speaking them out loud. And you will also learn from the spiritual authority Yeshua gives us. I rebuke these devils when they try to tempt me now. All praises to the Most High, man. Shout out to that brother bringing out some real valuable insight right there. Yeah. That brother said, I couldn't do a damn thing. He said, I couldn't do a damn thing without these scriptures. And that's why in this video, I'm bringing forth the words, man. I'm bringing forth what Yah said, what thus said the Most High, because he's right. No matter how much we talk about, hey guys, we got to overcome, you got to do this, you can't do it no more. It does this, physically harms you, it mentally suppresses you. No matter how much I say that, it has no value until I bring the scriptures to validate it. It really has no value. I could tell you all day, but then you'll get off this broadcast and you right back into that behavior. Why? Because you didn't add it from the word. You didn't extract it from the actual scriptures. So when I be speaking these scriptures, man, you got to meditate on them. The Bible says meditate on his word day and night. Don't let these words fall on deaf ears, man. There should be anybody watching this video right now should be being delivered right now, because the word of the Most High is that powerful. Understand how powerful his word is. That's real talk. Thanks for that, brother. I appreciate that.
I have blocked some tweets so that it gives me the option of these are tweets you have chosen not to view.
So those are basically what I refer to as triggers.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yes.
Those are triggers. Block the triggers. You need help.
Block the triggers. And look, this goes for brothers too. Let me explain something to you. And the reason I said, man, in order to get back on track after you relapse, it's good that you don't go to certain places. It's good that, like, if you're a brother who go out on the weekend, center your energy. Stay in the house for a couple weeks. Don't, like, whatever trigger you. If alcohol triggers you, if you're a person who have a few shots and now all of a sudden you want to watch certain material, stop drinking. Like, you got to figure out what your triggers are. If it's marijuana, you should stop that anyway. But if whatever it may be, anything that triggers you, you got to catch it while you got to just cut it off altogether. Cut it off altogether. Like, and you got to pay attention. You always got to be on point. Don't let it grab you. Like, if you're on Instagram and women are dressed a certain way and they just putting something in your feed, don't get caught staring, brothers. Like, let me tell you something, brothers. Don't get caught staring at anything. Don't get caught as staring at nothing, bro. Like, because that staring it's a demon in there luring you in to go into that gateway. Because there's always a gateway that leads you there. So if it's Instagram, like, you know what, I'm gonna get off Instagram. If it's whatever, Twitter or YouTube, whatever it is, be like, you know what, hey, I'm gonna get off this for a while, because I don't want this triggering me. I don't want this gateway being open. Like, you gotta cut the trigger off. Yeah, somebody said it, energy flows where your attention goes. And there's a lot of demonic Jezebels that's online trying to get you brothers' attention. Why? Because they want your energy. They want your energy. And we got to get ourselves back. And ladies, you know what triggers you. Some of y'all ladies like to read sex novels. Some of y'all ladies like to listen to certain things and watch certain things on TV. And y'all like to romanticize with yourselves. And y'all see, when women do these things, there's a real emotional connection to it. When women get involved in this behavior, it's an emotional connection to that sin. And Satan likes to play with their emotions. That's what's happening. The devil's playing with their emotions. And when brothers engage in it, the devil is actually taking your masculinity. It's taken from you. I'm telling you, it's real talk. These are the talks that nobody really want to have.
Talk to someone who can keep you accountable. Someone your age who believes that it's wrong, not someone you're struggling with, someone who can advise you and work with you. And
that's good advice, ladies. And this is why, let me explain this. This is why, man, this is powerful. This is why you ladies are meant to have a sisterhood. This is why y'all supposed to be second and third wives. You know why? Because there's battles that you go through as a woman that you should be able to speak to with another woman. You understand what I'm saying? It should be women that you can speak with when you're going through certain things. You know what I'm saying? And that woman is able to cater to you and understand your emotions more than a man. And that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of ladies, y'all got to get that spirit of competition out of there. Y'all got to stop being divisive towards each other. You got to stop hating on each other. Y'all got to really believe, you begin to become a sisterhood. Yep. Somebody said another woman can, it says to keep men fantasizing for them at all costs is a total. Exactly. Tamika, that's what a lot of ladies do online. Keep men fantasizing. Keep men feeding into their energy, and they're acting as a stumbling block, essentially. And it's a form of witchcraft. It's sex magic. When ladies is getting online showing all their nooks and crannies, they're practicing sex magic. And this is why Satan has rewarded them, giving them the rudiments of this world, because they're practicing sex magic on you brothers. When you spilling seed and they're seducing you, they're being empowered. Spiritually, the devil is like, you done a good job, my daughter. You got all these men lusting after you. You got all these men at home beating their drum. They're not able to excel in life. You're extracting all the testosterone, all the masculinity out of them. For this, I'm going to get you a Corvette, my daughter. This is how the devil works, bro. For this, my daughter, I'm going to give you some red bottoms. You can have it all. Just keep on extracting these men. That's how Satan works, bro. Sex magic. Y'all understand how spiritual this is, bro? I'm telling you, man. The Bible says even Satan will appear like an angel of light. Am I preaching to y'all today? Even Satan will appear like a beautiful angel, yo. Because some of these women got the devil in them. Let me tell y'all something. Back in the day, you know how I knew corn was evil? You knew how I knew it was evil one time? This is an experience I had. I was watching something on the screen I shouldn't have been watching, right? And something happened where I had to pause the video. I paused the video. True story, y'all. I came back to the video while it was paused. Woman was doing her thing by herself, right? And I paused the video, and while it was paused, I could see all the demons on that woman. Like, you know, when you freeze a video, like you hit the pause button, boom. Paused it, and her eyes, bro, her eyes were demonic. I'm talking about, I seen a deep, like, I don't know if it's the way the camera froze, but bro, I seen a demon, bro. It's a demon in this woman. And I could see it was on my screen. Yo, that was one of the days that like changed my life, bro. It changed my life because I said, man, this is demonic. This is evil. This woman is being empowered by this. She knows there's men all over the world watching this and losing themselves. She knows that men are worshiping her. This is a Lilith succubus entity. This is a malevolent force. And I seen this many, many, many years ago. And from that day on, that's when the struggle became. That's when I knew it was evil and I would fight. Although I probably relapsed many times after that. But the point I'm making is that's how the Most High communicated with me. Like, yo, when you're watching this, what these women are doing, it's satanic. It's witchcraft. It's witchcraft.
I would be willing to do that with her. Yes.
Irene, are you willing to do that with her? Okay. So right now, I want to introduce.
That woman right there is beautiful. She should be married. Listen, she should have been married years ago. This is the thing. She's been struggling with this for a long time, right? This woman right here should have been married by the time she was 18, 19, and she would never had that problem. She should have had a husband. Seriously. She looked good, y'all. Y'all know I ain't lying. She looked good. For her to be battling with that, for her to be struggling with that, man, shows that a lot of women are just wasting away, bro. They looking good, man. And they're giving themselves to a rose toy. Yeah, she's damn gorgeous. I'm talking about gorgeous. But there's a lot of women out there look good. And they just damn wasting away, bro. Wasting away. No man in the picture. It's a damn shame. And you know, and it's not like there's no hope for her. She's still young. In this video, I don't know where she's at now. I don't know how long this video is or how old it is. But you know, I'm glad that she's seeking help. She knew it was an issue because she spoke on it. Imagine how many more ladies in that audience, in that crowd, who didn't speak on it. Imagine how many women watching right now in the overflow who battling, but they'll never tell nobody. See, this is why y'all got to get around righteous women. Y'all got to get around righteous women. And you know, repentance is needed, man. Repentance is needed. I'm telling you. Hold on, let me see something. Let me see if I can. Let me see here. Y'all give me one moment. Y'all give me one moment. Wow. I'm just fixing something on the screen real quick. Okay, we got that right. Y'all gotta understand, it ain't just hitting live over here. It's things you gotta work out on these things. But I'm telling you, man, it has to be repentance. Let's see.
Introduce my next guests. My next guest, in a lot of ways, are what I believe every parent who's watching.
All right, that's that. And I want to share something else with you all. One time for the one time. Let me see. And it's what I'm about to show y'all actually should have been in the queue, but it didn't work. And I want to, and this is coming from New Breed Greenlight News. Something I want to share with you all because we also have our day of repentance, because I think this is needed. If you're in the Washington, D.C. area, you want to participate in this for sure. Let's see here. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
The saying goes, you can run,
Pardon me.
but you can't hide. We've tried running.
Wow, it's amazing how I saved this in my queue and it just won't work. So,
The saying goes, you can run, but you can't hide. We've tried running, fleeing from the chains of bondage, fleeing from those who seek to destroy us as a nation.
yeah, this is crazy because I actually uploaded this video to my chat and I just don't see it. But this is the day of repentance, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to show y'all, but y'all know how they do on these damn platforms, right?
Spread to the four corners of the earth and plagued with rape, murder, and hatred. In the darkness of our history, our ancestors
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Y'all give me one moment.
tried to fight. It's known as the African slave revolt. In the United States, Nat Turner's rebellion sent shockwaves through the slave-owning South, but it was met with a tragic end.
All right, we tried that. It ain't working. Bottom line, the Day of Repentance is September 2nd. I want y'all to join. It's going to be in Freedom Plaza in Washington, D.C. The Crystal City Hotel, all the way into the 21st. You're able to get a room at a discounted rate of $99. And it's normally like $150. And I'm just letting you all know you can join us. You can show up. We are going to have a Day of Repentance. I don't know what's going on with this thing. I actually uploaded this to the software and it's just not there no more. It's the weirdest thing in the world. And I wanted to play this video for y'all, but all praises to the Most High, man. Hopefully this stream helped you all out. Hopefully this stream helped you all out. Understand that we got to turn from that wicked, perverted sin. Yo, Ledge, Jax, I appreciate the support. Thanks for that. I appreciate it. All praises to the Most High, man. It's been a good Sabbath lesson. Thanks everybody for showing up, supporting the content, man. We got more coming. Yo, support the work at newbreed.love. Get yourself some love notes. Thank y'all so much. I want y'all to have a blessed one. With that being said, shalom and peace.